Hi, Fancy Pants.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody. How is everybody? Look, I'm here today. Yay. I told Tiffany I got on here about an hour early, checking all the characters. Is it going to work? Because
Make sure.
I was so aggravated with the last go round. So
It is
let us know
perfect.
what you're reading down in the comments. And what are you reading, Tiffany?
I am on ebook. I'm reading Babysitter's Fright
Fright
Night.
night.
Fright Night, yeah. Um, and I am. Let me see. I am on chapter 8 of that. How are you on that?
I just finished it.
Ooh, okay. Oh boy, I'm
I
way.
thought I was way behind, so I'm like, okay.
I'm a slowy reader. And then on audiobook, I'm doing Laid Out to Rest, which is the first book in the Charcuterie Shop series by J.C. Eaton.
So how's that one going? I have that one, but
I'm liking it. So there is a ghost. I did not. Ro had told me that, and I'd
yeah,
forgotten.
it's weird that it's not on the cover or
Yeah,
something.
and but Ro had told me that, and I just completely forgot. And then when she was introduced to this story, I was like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming." Um, but yeah, it's really I'm enjoying it. It's fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
What about you, Lee?
Okay. Yeah.
For a ebook, I'm reading Mara by Richard Denny. It's a horror novella. I haven't started it yet, but I have to have it finished by tomorrow. So,
Oh.
you know. And then for audio, I'm in the middle of Scritch Scratch. So
Yay.
Oh.
yeah, the voices are really creepy, Tiffany. I'm like when she
Oh.
does like the scritch scratch part, I'm like, oh no. I'm like,
It
no.
was really cool. I was like, hey, this is cool.
Oh, I would not. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 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 huh, Bubba? No,
Um,
no, no, no.
What about you, Storm? What do you got?
I'm still working on It Found Us. I'll put it up real quick and take it down while he's not looking. I'm about halfway through it. I'm enjoying it. It's by the same one that wrote Scritch Scratch there, so Lindsay Curry.
Oh, okay.
On ebook, I have Zombie Season by Justin Weinberger, I think, or Wayne something like that. Anyway, and it's a middle grade zombie book. And on audiobook, I was excited because it came in on audio so that I could get through it because I was afraid I might not get it finished on time because I was reading all these other things. So, but I have There's No Way I Die First by
Oh.
Lisa Springer, and that like shadow in the back is like an it clown or whatever.
Oh,
And yeah, it's about she she is having a party. She has this thing called jump scares, and she hired a knockoff it clown to play tag with. So play you're it or whatever. And yeah, he takes his job pretty seriously.
yeah. That's a
It's just a slasher horror book. So
Oh, buddy.
and it seems like he must know things about all the people that are there because they're all like elite people because she's hoping that all these people are going to make her even more famous with her jump scare like thing so that she can start a podcast or whatever. And yeah, so it's like I said, it's kind of like and then there were none in a house, locked in a house with a deranged it clown.
gosh,
That sounds terrifying.
right?
It's pretty cool. It's okay. It's a young adult like horror
Oh my
story.
goodness.
I just have to tell a really quick story because just things jumping out. So April, she had the surgery on her elbow. So her and her friends were going to a haunted house thing, like 3 different activities. And she asked before she went inside, she's like, is anybody going to touch me? And she purposely like wore her sling. And they're like, no, no one will touch you. Like they'll jump out, but like nobody's going to touch you. She's the last one in line. They're passing by this like coffin or whatever. Somebody jumps out and starts hitting her in the arm with a severed head. She like is in so much pain. She falls to the ground screaming. But the person wearing the costume, she said like it looked like, I don't know, they had like hair covering their face. So they probably couldn't even tell what they were doing.
Yeah.
But so she was like, she was like, I saw stars. I was in so much pain that she was just like, no, we need to like leave now.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she was like, I specifically asked if anybody was going to touch us. So, and I'm like,
That's like
why I don't go to those things is that reason right there.
It's like me. I'm a big person, and so I always have to ask: is there a crawl space? Because they don't make them like one size fits all. True. And I'm like, I don't want to get stuck in a crawl space. So that's like a horror movie waiting to happen.
Right. You're like, now I'm stuck. Right. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. See, if you just avoid going, you don't have to worry about any of this. Right. I just want to point that out. Right, Bubba?
I haven't been to one in a long time.
I know, Bubba.
Hey, Pat says, good evening, everyone. Listening to Halloween Party Murder by Leslie Meyer, Lee Hollis, and Barbara Ross.
Nice.
I checked one of those out. One of those like has the 3 or what in it, because I think it had one had Carol J. Perry in it. Had like a little one for the Witch City, I think, or whatever.
Oh, okay, like an anthology.
Yeah, so I might check it out and see.
Nice.
Tina says, hello, y'all. I'm reading a couple of different things, but I am about to finish Irish Thoroughbred by Nora Roberts. Cool.
Nice.
And Pat says, don't forget the thumbs up. That's right.
Thanks,
thumbs up. And Cajun says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Killer Hooks, crochet mystery number 15. Cool.
Nice.
I'm so behind in that series. Hi, Kat says, hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a delightful start to the new week. I'm reading If It Bleeds by Stephen King, which is one of his like short story collections, I think, or something like that, or novella collections. I think. Kat says, I'm also eating my dinner, which is baked salmon, roasted Brussels sprouts, and a cup of brown rice.
Nice.
That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Danielle says, hi, everyone. Barbara says, good evening. Reading the Fury Cross, I never can say that word, by Diana Gabaldon. She is the big one. Oh my goodness. Now I know what I get to look forward to once I get like farther into the series. 1,443 pages. 10 pages bigger than the ladies of the club. Oh wow. Reading much faster though, and you're a pro now though, because
Barbara, you're just whizzing through.
That says also reading Cat Scratch Murder by Karen McSpade for Scavenger Hunt on Sunday, October 15th.
Nice.
Messing with me. Jessica Ann says, hello everyone. I'll be reading This Thing Between This Thing Between by Gus Mano.
Nice.
Making sure I didn't miss anything because it was kind of a weird title.
Yeah. It felt like a word was missing or something, maybe.
Yeah. Nadine says, hi, reading Bright Lights Big Christmas by Mary Kay Andrews. About halfway done so far. It's been quick, fun read, New York setting, likable characters, and one of those who loves New York City at Christmas.
Nice. I'm looking forward to that one.
Kath says, good evening, everyone. I just finished my second book of the day.
Wow.
Cold and rainy, so what's a girl to do but read? That's right. Not sure what's up next. Quirky, cozy, or a more serious one?
Well, I know where my vote.
I'm always for quirky, cozy, but
yeah.
Me too. Me too.
Mother Goose Librarian says, hi, everyone. I just finished reading Kissing Kosher by Jean Meltzer. Yeah. Well, it's like, I don't know if my eyeballs are seeing things right. And loving it, trying to decide my next read for my lengthy October TBR list. So many great possibilities. I know, and I've already jumped off of my TBR. So. Which we all know that happens.
Not a surprise.
Not a surprise.
Yeah.
And Jessica Lynn says, hello, everyone. I'm reading A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Holly. Cool.
It's Daddy Buggy.
And Purple Rainheart says, hi, Storm and Tiffany. Hey, Kairu and Lee. I'm reading Better Late Than Never. Cool.
Nice.
And then Anita says, greetings.
Yay.
I am reading Babysitter's Fright Night.
Yay, where are you at, Anita? Tell us.
And Jessica Lynn says, I'm also going to start my scavenger hunt pick for the 15th. 2 Wicked Desserts. Cool.
Nice.
Hi, Lizzie B says, hello, I'm reading Secret Santa by Ryan Cahill.
Nice.
Is that the spooky Secret Santa? I don't
Oh.
remember. I know there is one. I know there is one, but I don't remember what the author's name was. So.
No.
It could be a good one.
It could be.
It could be more of a Tiffany one. I don't know. And Mel Max says, hi, Storm, hi, Lee. Or hi, Tiffany, hi, Lee, hi, everyone. I'm reading Fatal Fudge Swirl by Mary Allen, #3, Ice Cream Shop on page 219 of 305. Look at Mel Mac go. She has just become a reading machine lately. Woohoo!
She didn't even acknowledge it.
And Tina says, thank you for not showing the cover of It Found Us. I know I flashed it real quick. I know. I got my scaredy cats out there.
I'm with you, Tina. I'm with you.
And Kay says, hi, hope everyone is well. I'm listening to it about 76% through. We're farther than I am, and I've been reading it for a month and a half now, or whatever it was like. And finishing cleaning up from finishing the blanket, then stitching to death threads for a while. Bop to like, yay! And there's a hi Kairu from Melmac.
Oh,
and Shannon says, hi all, I'm reading Doomful of Sugar, enjoying, and then on to lessons in chemistry for book club.
Yay! Are you enjoying? Yes. Josie said, Mama.
Hi, Rosie. Says, hi, I think I'll start The Diva Haunts the House by Krista David.
Hey, babe.
And Tina says to Kay, congratulations on finishing your blanket. That's amazing.
Yes.
That is awesome.
And Bryna, I'm probably butchering your name. Sorry. Says, hello, I'm reading The Witches of Moonshine Manor by Bianca Moraes.
Nice.
And then another Bop Those Likes. All right.
Thanks, Pat.
Cajun says, I hope they are profusely apologized to April at the very least.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
And is she okay?
Was she back at the gym at 5 a.m. the next morning? Of course she was,
Oh, she can't take a day off, can she?
No, she really can't. She was driving illegally while she had her cast on, just so she could get to the gym. Yeah, no, she's fine. She's fine.
And people are probably at the gym going, what are you doing?
Exactly, right?
You're like, look at that lady lifting the barbell with a cast. Just kidding.
I say the same thing.
Well, she can do the one arm anyway, right?
That's what she says. She's like, at least I can do with one arm. I'm like, you're supposed to be resting and like
people
healing.
Are like, hey April, one arm looks so much bigger. When I was not supposed to be working out.
Exactly.
Oh buddy.
And Kat said, congratulations, Christina, on finishing your blanket. I'd love to see it sometime. If I can remember, I will call you Christina, but I just say Kay because that's what I see. And Tina says, oh my gosh, that's so messed up. I feel like if you're a haunt actor, you should be aware of the rules and not bash people in the arm when you're not supposed to touch people.
Well, that's why she specifically asked, because she was like, if they do touch you, I just won't go on. I just won't go on this one, like that's fine. Yeah,
because there's like probably plenty of other ones she could have went on and let her friends go through it or something like that if they wanted to and wait.
Yeah. Plus, at this day and age, we should not be touching people we don't know.
And I'm really surprised because that is most of the time because they don't want any liability of something like that or even worse because,
Yeah, one of the last ones I went to, I remember. I think I was the one doing the touching, but it was on accident because it's completely dark and they're dressed in black, and I'm
Right.
trying to find a way out, and I was like, "This is squashy." And then all of a sudden, somebody jerks my hand that way, says that way, and I was like, "Okay, thank you."
That I could see, yeah.
Cajun says the hairs. Splitting up some of those anthologies and releasing each novella by itself, I can't explain it, but my series completionist heart just loves being separate. Speaking of novellas, I noticed that like Debbie Maycomer hadn't come out with like an actual Christmas, book like normal because I looked on NetGalley, I couldn't find anything. Then I seen in her like newsletter, she said she was gonna retire, but this one story just hit her, and so she wrote a Christmas novella. It's called Jack Frost.
Yes.
And I went and looked it up, and they want $8.99 for that thing. I was like, well, I'm not reading it anytime soon, Miss Debbie, because
Exactly.
I'm paying $8.99 for a novella. So I seen on Goodreads they had you could win it, so I put in to try to win it.
There you go. Yeah, I did notice like she did like 2 novella type of things, and I'm like, oh, okay, so maybe she's just going with the shorter stuff now.
So she'll probably be retiring next year. She just had that one like couple little stories in her or something. So it's kind of a bummer, but then at the same time, what is she like in her 70s? So I mean, I want to retire too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for her. I'm very happy for her, but sad for us.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
And Jessica Ann said there was a word missing. It is called This Thing Between Us. Okay, see. Okay.
Makes sense.
And he says, hi all. I'm reading Mary Ann's Bad Luck Mystery at Babysitter's Club, which is at Halloween.
Nice.
And Danielle says, reading Vox by Vox Christina Dashler. Oh, I can't pronounce it. And is the Debbie for Debbie Maycomer.
Yes.
Yes, I think. I don't know.
I'm not
Debbie
sure.
December?
Yeah, Debbie December.
That's what, I don't know what she's asking, but we are doing a Debbie for Debbie December, and it's Debbie Maycomer. So.
Mm-hmm.
Christy is daydreaming. Says, hi all, reading Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone by Benjamin Stevenson. Are you enjoying it? Because I still need to get to that one, and I didn't realize it was a series, but whenever I was looking through books that come out in 2024, there is another one, and I was like, that title sounds very familiar to the other one, and whenever I looked it up, it was number 2 to that one, so I was like, oh, okay.
Mm.
And Vara says, can we do a Secret Santa?
This
is your realm here, Storm.
Yeah, we did do a Secret Santa last year, so.
So I mean, I expect we're gonna do it again. I would think we did. We used Elfster. Barbara, are you in our Discord? We did it through the Discord, and we used Elfster.
Now that they've taken away my lovely book depository, may have to just be if people are okay with things like ebooks or gift cards or something like that, because international like shipping is like really expensive. So but like last year I had international person, it was okay because I had book depository.
Last year, because we did it 2 years, haven't we? And it's going to be the third year.
Mm-hmm.
And both years I sent mine so everybody I got was okay with it. Well, I just asked them their address, and that's what they gave me was email. So,
because most people are, but there are a few that don't read ebooks; they read print, or they want the actual book or something like that.
Yeah.
And so, but I just now realized what time it was. So I'll read one more. It says Anita says I'm at 32% on Babysitter's Fright Night.
I don't know what percent I'm at, but I'm in chapter 8. So I hope you're enjoying.
Barb says she's always wanted to do a Secret Santa. So yeah, we'll do a really easy Elfster type.
Barbara, it's so fun.
So yeah, if you're not in the Discord, I'll have to try to figure out a way. Like you send me your email address or something. Like I don't know. I do. Maybe I'll put my email in like a video and you can send me your email address.
There you
Some
go.
people don't want everybody to know their email address, so, but I don't care. I get spam mail from everywhere anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Right?
There you go.
Okay, so I don't have anything fancy today. We're just doing a banner, and so we'll read to the top of the hour. And so happy reading, everyone.
Happy
Happy
reading,
reading.
everyone. I'll tell you, boo boo.
So how did we do? Okay.
I'll go first then. I made dinner, which was soup and leftover cheesesteaks. And
Ooh, what kind of soup?
just like chicken noodle,
Yum.
basic. And then I
Delicious.
made sausage, peppers, onions for tomorrow. And I got to 34% in my book.
Amazing.
Trying to be more.
I finished my audiobook Laid Out to Rest. I gave it 4 cups of coffee, 3.5 rounded up to 4. And now I am starting Catch Me If You Candy by Ellie Alexander. It's her latest. I think it's number 18, whatever number her latest is that's out. So I wanted to get it read before, because I leave next Thursday. So I was like, okay, well, I want to get that read. So yeah, I had a pretty good reading sprint.
Nice. What about you, Storm?
Just checking the page count. I'll hold it backwards so nobody sees anything, but I got to page 165 out of 271. So
Okay.
We're getting there, yeah.
it's starting to get really good. Spooky things are happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to. They're kids, and they're trying to look into this, like, why is this ghost or whatever it is, and things in the graveyard, and the way they're going about it is interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, look for like some kind of accident that happened involved kids or whatever, because they're trying to figure out who it is, but they're looking for grave plots and stuff, trying to find how many kids are in the grave. And I'm like, you're trying, but I'm wanting to tell them.
You're like, wrong spot.
Yeah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
that was a fiasco and a half.
Happy Thanksgiving, Sarah.
So it was like an American Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So we decided to order dinner from like this rotisserie chicken place, which I should know better because it's a holiday. So they told me I could pick it up at 6:32. We did not get handed our order till 7:45.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
standing there waiting the whole time. Now they're gonna fully refund us, but by the time I got home and I looked at it, half of our meal was missing anyway.
Oh no.
Yep. So, I had a bit of chicken, some French fries, and some, stuffing. So I'm good, but still, I'm annoyed. But that's why I'm here, because I want to calm down.
I'll be right back. My brother's here.
Okay. So what are you reading, Sarah? What are you gonna read?
Tonight I'm probably going to be listening to, on the next sprint, nope, that's the wrong book. Crime and Poetry by Amanda Flower.
Oh, nice.
The first book in the magical, I keep wanting to say bake shop, magical bookshop mystery series.
I
So,
like
so far I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Excellent.
So Melmac says to Rosie that Diva Haunts the House is favorite in that series from what she's read of it so far anyway.
Excellent.
And then Tina says, oh, this should be for Lee that's gone, but it says driving illegal and wearing a cast to get to the gym. I feel like most people would use that as an excuse. Girls got motivation. That's her sister.
So true.
Yeah. And Esther Jane says reading Pumpkin Pie Murder by Miranda Brickett. That sounds cool.
Yay. I don't know that, but it sounds really cute.
I was gonna say, it sounds yummy anyway. Pumpkin pie.
Are you enjoying it? I'll have to look up that author. I've never heard of that person.
I haven't either. And he says, one time I went on a haunted hayride with a friend, and this friend was very scared that somebody was going to touch her. This was years ago, and sure enough, one of the men dressed as a skeleton. Yeah. This is what you're talking about. Her sister just had surgery on, like, I don't know, her arm or shoulder or something.
Her elbow,
And
yeah.
he went to one of those haunted places, and she specifically asked them if anybody was going to reach out and grab them or anything. And they said no. And then she went in, and this one person in like a coffin got up and swatted her with like a severed head thing right in the arm where she had just had like the surgery, and like she just like flopped down or whatever it is. And I was
no.
Like, apparently several times was like kind of like,
like
not just like once.
She said like the lady had like long hair like over her face, so she probably couldn't even see that she had a sling on or whatever. But yeah.
Oh, still though.
But that was just why she asked, is anybody going? Because she would have just stayed out of it and wouldn't have won.
Right? Exactly.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
terrible.
so-
I know years and years ago, our old neighbor, used to do this fabulous job of doing up the front of his house, right? And I had my ex's niece, she was only like 6 at the time, and her and I went up to the front door, and Ron, the neighbor, was sitting there. I knew it was him dressed as a scarecrow, right? But he wasn't moving in the chair. And I said, it's okay. He's not going to jump out at you. You know, just so he knew, don't like leave her alone, right? So we got up to the door, we got the candy, we turn around, and this hand reaches out and grabs the back of my jacket. And I just screamed. Like, I'll never forget that.
Oh
And
my gosh. Nope.
She said, speaking of Debbie Maycomer, I got a couple of her books at thrift store, and I'll be reading them for Debbie December.
Yay.
Nita says, came out and touched her arm. This is the rest of the story. Behind her back, and she elbowed him in the stomach. Let's just say she didn't go to any more haunted hay rides, and that guy went home early.
Oh, no.
Well,
Yeah, I think whoever does the jump scares or reaches out and tries to grab you or whatever, I mean, you're taking your life into your own hands because some people don't take well to that, and it's your first reaction to like smack back or whatever. And so
Garrett and I were talking about that because we saw the signs for Canada's Wonderland has their haunted whatever it is. And Garrett says, he goes, I'm not into jump scares. And he goes, if you're doing that, he goes, you're going to get punched in the face. Like,
Mm-hmm. And Donna says, howdy, y'all. I'm going to start Babysitters Club Haunted House and Scritchcrest today. Yay!
ooh, good choices.
Nice.
And Jessica Lynn says, I went on one haunted hayride as a kid and never again.
I'm with you, Jessica.
I think I should do like a haunted trail ride down my lane.
Yeah.
nope.
They would go in once and never again.
Yeah.
True story.
Lost my spot. And Danielle says, yes, it was the Debbie December is what she was talking about earlier.
Yay.
And Donna says, reading Murder with a View by Diane Kelly.
Excellent.
And Tina says, that's great for Debbie Maycomer, but I fear that Nora Roberts will retire in a couple years when I finally get caught up with her books. Yeah. So we were talking about how Debbie Maycomer is retiring.
Oh, is she really?
Like, she wrote in a newsletter that she was going to retire this year, but like this one little story kept bugging her. So she wrote a novella, and that's the only Christmas we're getting from her is a Christmas novella. It's called Jack Frost. But I told them I went and looked for it on, Amazon, and it's $8.99. And I
For
said,
novella.
no, thank you, Miss Debbie. I will wait until it either comes on like Libby or something, or they did have a giveaway for it, a Goodreads giveaway for like the Kindle and version. So I signed up for the little giveaway to see if I get it. But I was like, I'm paying $8.99, so I can just imagine it's like what, $10 or $11 for you. So
For novella.
Yeah.
Brie over it. When we used to do the podcast, we absolutely had the theory that Debbie actually retired years ago. That it's been a ghostwriter because her books are just not what they used to
They're
be.
different, yeah.
Yeah, they're very different.
That's why I was like, maybe she's just officially decided, no more Debbie.
Even the ghostwriter's like, no, I'm done.
Because I think she was writing it either with a daughter or she was doing something. So that's why I was wondering, if like she's just decided to finally just give it up completely or something. But
Exactly.
Well, I noticed too, because I followed her, and she was starting to put out like a lot of cookbooks, and she had done like 3 or 4 rental properties and designed them toward things in some of her books, and she like rented those out. So I think she kind of like went more into that direction of doing things. Which fine. I mean, you're like what, your 70s, your 80s. Yeah. You've made a ton of money. You've lived a good life. Good for you. Like, sit back and relax. And
yeah, I was gonna say now you can just enjoy life and not have to worry about that next deadline or whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Barbara said, "Yes, I am." That means she's in the Discord, I think. So,
Oh, good.
Yay. Well, then you'll be able to, do Elfster with us, Barbara.
And Cajun says, we went to the witch jail in Salem and someone reached out from one of the cells. They had to stop the tour and turn on the lights so that I could be taken outside.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's why I walked in the middle with people on either side of me, because I was like, nope. Mm-mm.
I took a couple of they were probably middle graders about the time whenever I took them. We were going to some spook houses and everything. And I had like a light jacket, like over my shirt. And we were there. And the chainsaw scene at the end. And I had one grabbed one side of the jacket, the other grabbed the other side of the jacket, and they were just twisting me around. I was so twisted up in the jacket that I couldn't move, and we're going around in circles. And that guy was having fun because he kept going. I'm like, will you please stop? And finally, one of them seen the exit and took off, and then the other one took off with her. And I was laughing, but it was like, okay, please stop now so that I can and he did even. He thought I was going to fall, so he stopped. He's like, let her get back up. And as soon as I got straightened back up, he went right after him again. And I was like, really?
Oh, my God. Goodness.
Okay, that Debbie Maycomer book is 68 pages long.
Yeah.
And it's $9.99 in Canada.
Wow. Yeah.
But you can get the Kindle edition, or not the Kindle, excuse me, the Audible edition for $6.
Oh.
It's an hour and 45 minutes long.
Wow.
I'm still not paying $6 for an hour.
I was saying,
eventually
that's cool. That's crazy. Yeah.
Pre-order now with 1 credit. Bite me.
Yeah, I know.
And Gary says, hi, everyone. I'm reading Get Away with Murder by Diane Kelly, book 1 in the Mountain Lodge Mysteries. I'm not sure how I feel about this book yet. Tell her about it. You like the second one better, right? She's probably not listening. But Tiffany liked the second one better than the first one, I think. Right? And the Get Away with Murder?
Yes. The first one I thought was okay. I think I gave it 3 cups of coffee. The second one I loved. So now I'm really excited about the third one.
She said she's not sure how she felt about the book, so I thought.
Yeah, it just read the second one before you. Maybe it's not the series for you, and that could be, but try the second one first, because I thought that it was much better than the first one.
And Amy says, hi, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I'm currently reading Eternal Rain by Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valente. I'm at 28%. And then, was it Christina? Is that it? I'm trying to remember names. I think it's Christina. Said to Kat, I'll be posting somewhere as soon as I get pics for her blanket that she did.
Oh, good.
And Crystal said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Malicious Intent by Lynn H. Blackburn. That sounds kind of spooky. And Kat said, yay. And then Cap says, quirky one out. I'm listening to Witchy Whiskers by Daniel Garrett, the first book in the 9 Lives Magic series. Paranormal with a witch heroine who sells magic candles and a snarky cat. Cool.
That's funny.
The way it was written, and I'm not making fun of it, it sounds like every time you buy a candle, you get a snarky cat with it.
Yeah.
And I like that idea too.
That's how I got all my cats.
Scavenger hunt. Excuse me.
I thought I was going to sneeze. I looked down at the clock and I'm like, no, because it was about time for it to be like time to get back on here. And I'm holding my nose like, no.
Anyways, what I was saying was that's a great pick, because our October 15th scavenger hunt is cat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Anita said that she got the 46%. And Barb said, Storm, sent you a message on Instagram with my email. I need to make supper, spaghetti and meatball and salad. Okay, that works. Yeah. I forget about Instagram, because I'm like, I need a place that has direct message or whatever. And I forget about Instagram, how it has it. And so Christy says, I'm not sure how I feel about everyone in my family has killed someone. It's still early, where all the characters are being introduced by the narrator. Okay. And Sherry says, I think I missed the start. Sorry. Hope you all are doing well. That's fine.
Hi, Sherry.
Glad to have you here. And Nadine says, I didn't do any reading this sprint. cooked and ate my dinner: salmon, rice, and peas.
Yum.
And Jessica Ann got 17 pages. And Jessica Lynn says, I made it to 87 in The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. Really interesting so far. Cajun got to 48%. And Tina read 14%. I only have 12 minutes left. I would continue with that while I'm chit-chatting here. Jessica Lynn says, how did everyone post a DNF due to the writing style on Goodreads, or do you just not curious about what everyone does?
Does everyone post a DNF due to rice?
Hi, Misty.
I just don't give it a star rating, and I have my own little section in the exclusives that says did not finish, and I put mine in there so that I know that I have my own little section for DNFs, and then I just write why I'm not giving it a star rating on the thing and give it a little review.
100%.
I just take it off my shelf, to be honest with you, and don't do anything.
Unless it's a book that's really offended me for some reason, then I will make a note of why. But I'm with you, Tiffany. Most of the time it's just like, yeah, I'm done.
Your cat is adorable.
Still.
He was just saying he or she was just saying thank you.
She.
See?
Oh, Missy Moo.
And Annie is halfway through. She's at 50%. And Jessica Lynn says, hello, Sarah.
Hello.
And, hey, Sarah, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Melmac says, I read 12 pages of Fatal Fudge Swirl on page 231 of 3.
Melmac, I think it'd be nice if you said hello to Sarah.
Which is the next comment.
Exactly.
Listening to some more while working on the database. And hi, Sarah. Happy Thanksgiving, Sarah. And Crystal says, got to page 97 in Malicious Intent and finished dinner. Country fried steak, collard greens, and biscuits. Oh, that sounds yummy. Can I go to your house?
Holy moly, Crystal, that sounds delicious.
And the cat read 23 pages. The Mother Goose says, I decided to begin reading The Coffee Shop's A Curiosity by Heather Weber. Sounds cool. Pat says, halfway through Halloween Party Murder.
Oh, nice.
And the Mother Goose says, Sarah, I love the Magical Bookshop series. And Purple Rainheart says, currently on chapter 8. And Donna says, first few chapters read in The Babysitter's Haunted House, which is actually a mansion.
Well, if you're going to get nitpicky about it.
Melmac said, I like the Magical Bookshop series. I've read 1 through 3 so far. Yeah, I think I've read 1 through 3 as well, but I think at the time number 4 wasn't on audio, but now it is, and I need to get back to it. Kind of like fell off. Rebecca says, hi everyone, going between The Long Way to a Small and Angry Planet by Becky Chambers and In My Dream I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead, enjoying both. My friend Barb and I are going to buddy read In My Dreams I Hold a Knife next month because I want to try one of her books. Then I didn't think I would actually get it because I put in for the audio like really late for her brand new one. And then, oh, wouldn't you know it? They're like, here, go ahead. So I'm like, oh crap. Now I've got the third one, and I haven't even read one of her other ones. So I'm like, I hope I like it. The third one sounds kind of cool though. So, and Pat says the Halloween Party Murder is only 2 hours long, a very short audio. So reading Cat Scratch Murder by Catherine McSpade, read 2 chapters.
Nice.
And Amy says, I got 10 pages read, making some coffee. It's awfully late to be drinking coffee, Amy. Just is it decaf? No.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Who needs sleep?
And Christy says, I don't know about today, but years ago, haunted houses here in Texas always ended up with Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, no.
Sure that.
No.
And Amy says, In Turtle Rain is by the same author of the Zodiac Academy series.
Oh, okay.
And Shannon says, is Nora Roberts the author whose books were plagiarized, but another romance writer?
Yeah, who was it Janet Daly?
That name sounds very familiar now that you said that.
I think it was Janet Daly.
Yeah.
I don't know because
Yes,
I
they're
never.
adorable. Do you see the puppy?
Oh, here you go.
Oh,
There's your eye roll. And Sherry says, thank you, Storm, for all the fun notes, spooky books, reading, a haunted library series, and eerie elementaries. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying those. Yeah, the not so spooky books. I think that's what that's.
yes.
You are welcome. I had fun reading them, and I'm like, I need to get to more of these, so I'll have like a better like recommendation like next time. But those are like all the ones that pretty much I just read like in the month of September. And PK says, hello, sorry for being late. Work, KO, making dinner with Steve, Velveeta mac and cheese.
Ooh.
Happy Thanksgiving, Sarah.
Thank you.
That's okay. You are never late. Crystal says, unless you want to travel to Alabama.
You never know.
And he said, happy Thanksgiving, Sarah. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And Amy says, yes, it's decaf coffee. And then, yes, it was Janet Daly. I did not know that because I like
Matt,
a lot of
Missy.
Janet Daly books. But I didn't know she like did any plagiarizing or anything.
Well, I didn't know that either. I've read some cowboy books by her, I feel like.
Yeah, there was a big to-do with Janet Daly and Nora Roberts.
Like recently?
Many years ago.
Oh,
Long time
yeah,
ago.
because they've both been writing for like the same amount of time.
Yeah, it was like, I would say sometime in the 80s, maybe even the early 90s. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Whoa. Whoa.
You said it was a long time ago, and Tiffany takes offense.
Long time.
In a galaxy
Whoa.
far, far away.
Well, in that defense, it does feel like it was a long, long time
I'm
ago.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
My back and shoulder feel like it was ancient times.
And my back right now feels like it was a long time.
My lower back, yeah.
Yeah. And Christy says, hello, Tiffany. Do you remember the series name of the UFO bed and breakfast cozy mystery? I couldn't find it.
It is by Kirsten Weiss. The name of the series isn't like UFO bed and breakfast. I'll get it for you. Hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't remember.
It does. It's I'll get it. Hold on. While you're.
Melmac says I thought it was one book, but maybe not. Maybe it was more Nora Robert Janet Daly thing. I did not know. And Jessica Lynn says Missy's being too cute with her tail. She wants to be a part of this friend. So
Yeah,
she wasn't allergic to cats.
She's not. This is Garrett's girlfriend. Like, she is all over him. This is weird that she's all in my lap and wants attention. And she's drooling like a Saint Bernard. Like, my pants are wet from.
That's funny.
So, it's by Kirsten Weiss. Her last name is spelled Weiss, and the name of the series is Wits End, WITS apostrophe and then end.
And to Jessica Lynn, yes, she did pass away. Like I think
In 2013.
Yeah, something around there.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say I didn't realize it because they keep republishing her books and republishing and putting them on NetGalley.
That's right. Yes.
And then somebody had said, she was like, passed away like a while back, and I was like, oh. And then when I looked, I was like, wow, 2013. That it's like I thought maybe it was like a couple years ago, but it was
right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And Erica says, what is the best Nora Roberts books? And on that one,
That's a loaded question. Yeah.
I have never read a Nora Roberts, so I will let these ladies who are some of them more than other experts in Nora Roberts.
I just started with Nora Roberts last year, so I haven't read very many, but I still think The Witness by Nora Roberts is my favorite because I gave that one 5 stars last year. And it's a romantic suspense, so if you like that kind.
There are so many I can't even name. It would also depend on what you're into.
Correct.
What's your favorite trilogy so far that you've read?
I still always want to be loyal to Three Sisters Island, but The Cousins O'Dwyer was a really good one too. Yeah. Which are both witchy, so if you're not into witchy type of things, then you probably wouldn't be into those. So.
Cajun says, Tiffany, as much as it pains me, if you do the math, 80s was a long time ago, and if I can't believe it's been that many years, I can't believe it's been that many years. Yeah.
That's still a opinion.
Not a fact.
Okay, and Donna says, turning it around, giving thanks for you, Sarah, and all of us because we are here and those here in this room for you.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
And Jessica Lynn says, same Tiffany, never read Nora but love Debbie, and I really need to try Nora in November. I have a Harlequin by her, so that might be my first Nora.
Excellent
And
choice.
Speaking of that, we have an announcement coming out tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And Lee, so there you go.
Yes, thank you for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I would have already forgotten about it right now. I'm working on it right now.
I was going to say, so you need to fix that little boo-boo.
I'm doing it right now as we speak. My bad.
And with that, we'll just go ahead and jump into another sprint and read to the top of the hour.
Sounds good.
So happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading, everybody.
Before I mute. So how did everybody do?
Good. I started Catch Me If You Candy. I'm too tired to read with my eyes tonight. So I started Catch Me If You Candy, and I got to chapter 3. They must be long chapters because I listened that whole time. And I listened at like two times speed, so they must be long chapters. Anyways.
Nice. I finished Mara, the horror book that I was reading. Quick, creepy, loved it. So.
You had me until creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was totally disgusting. You definitely couldn't have read it. But it was really good.
It was really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I got to 45% in crime and poetry. Speaking about long chapters, these are super short chapters.
Oh.
So it's like, because I'm on chapter 20 and I'm not even halfway through the book yet.
I got to page 182 out of 271. I'm trying not to show the cover.
Ooh, are you reading the good one?
Yeah, from It Found Us by Lindsay Curry. And it's getting into like a lot of the really like spooky stuff. So I'm like, oh, I quit reading because I got to a chapter and I was like, I had a couple of minutes left. I got to put it down because I'm like, I don't want to get in the middle of a chapter and I have to come back. So
Precisely.
And so have a lot of good recommendations here for anybody looking for a Nora book. We've got Mel Mack who says the Cousin O'Dwyer trilogy was really good. So was the Circle trilogy and the Key trilogy, even though Sarah doesn't like the latter.
And it was my first Nora series that I've ever read, and I just did not get on with it.
And Amy says, my favorite Nora Roberts book is Midnight Bayou and the One trilogy, as well as Dragonheart Legacy series.
That's the one I'm in the middle of right now is Dragonheart.
And Shannon says, thank you at Melmac and everyone for the info on Nora Roberts / Janet Davey. And Melmac said, standalone Nora Roberts, Midnight Bayou, Carnal Innocence, Three Fates, too many to name. And Melmac says, you're welcome. She is my favorite author. And Pat says, my favorite Nora Roberts are the Key trilogy, the In Boonesboro trilogy, Bride series, The Witness, The Surge, and Cousin O'Dwyer.
In Boonesboro, that's another really good one too. Yeah.
And Tina says, my favorite in Nora Roberts is the Liar, Time Was, Taming Natasha, and In Death series. And Pat says, if you can find them, the best Nora Roberts are the Silhouettes. When I worked at a used bookstore, we called them the classics.
Yes, I concur.
And Sonia with an I said, hi, y'all. Just popping in after football to say hi. Glad you're feeling better, Tiff and Sarah.
Thank you.
And Kat said, thanks for the sprints, ladies. I finish up some chores and get myself organized for tomorrow. Have an awesome rest of your week, everyone. Good night. Probably already gone, but good night. And Nita got 60%. And Amy says, I forgot about the Circle trilogy by Nora Roberts. That's one of my first trilogies I read by her. My first Nora book was Midnight Bayou. And Anita said, good night to Kat. And night, Kat again. Okay. And we said, also, I love Nora Robert writing as J.D. Robb. The In Death series is amazing.
I don't know if it's the same for any of you in the U.S., but the Audible Daily Deal today was, I think, Thankful in Death. So if you're looking to get her books on audio, I don't know whether that's a thing or not. So if it's the same in the U.S. to Canada. So sorry, I just want to jump in.
That's fine.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I've only read the first In Death one. I think I need to get farther in to make my judgment on whether I like it or not. Because it's sci-fi-ish with all the like technologies because they're in the future, and I have to get used to that. Then I wasn't a huge fan of the first one. I only gave it 3 stars. I thought it was okay. So I think I just need to try more of them to see.
My aunt loves them, and she doesn't read as much as she used to. And this part of me, because she does a lot of crafting, like she does quilting and knitting and stuff. And I almost want to give her the first audiobook just to try it because it's a series she already loves and see what, you know what I mean? See if I can get her into audio that way.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a really good idea.
And Jessica Lynn says, I read about 20 pages to page 100 and switched to audiobook of Two Wicked Desserts, was falling asleep. Got it. And then Christina says, we switched books. Hubby is reading Into the Drowning Deep to us while I'm trying to focus because I am in a project.
Oh,
I still think that is cool that he reads books to you.
it's very sweet.
I think that's delightful.
Yeah.
I said I read the comment to Kevin and he just looked at me like
That is never happening.
I don't think it's gonna happen in my house.
No, same.
Yeah,
I had better luck teaching the cats to read to me.
Kevin just looked at me. He's sitting right next to me. He just said, "You have Audible for that."
Yeah,
I was gonna say.
There you go.
I think
But
maybe her husband likes to read or likes books, and that's probably a difference maybe than some of the other ones that are looking at you like, no.
and if it came to it, he would read to me. Don't let him fool you. But yeah, I'm sure he enjoys it. But I think it's very sweet. I think it's very
It is. Just while I was looking for the daily deal for it wasn't the one you said.
Oh, okay.
However, there is a pre-order for Slayers, a Buffyverse story. So if anybody was into the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, this is a decade has passed since the epic final battle, and its story takes place from there, and it comes out on the 12th, if anyone is interested.
Awesome sauce. Thank you.
I saw on Facebook, I put it up in Book Talk, but Molly McRae, who does the Haunted Yarn Shop, has a new series starting
Oh, really?
called The Haunted Shell Shop. And the first book, I just put the cover up. I just took a picture of the Facebook blurb because I could, if you look up the name of the thing, it still doesn't show the book cover, but she put it up on Facebook today. So I just put it up. But the book is called Come Shell or High Water. That's the first book.
So
Love
cool.
it. Love
And
it.
the cover is super cute. It's got a cat on it. It's super cute. It's called
Nice.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for something new from her for like a while.
I'm excited.
Shut up. I don't know. Oh, I think I hit Pandora. Sorry, guys.
No problem.
And I forget whenever you just like get off of it, it does not quit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So is everybody awake now? Because I probably scared the crap out of everybody. But Amy says, I didn't get any reading done this sprint. I was enjoying my coffee and talking with my husband. It was productive. And Crystal says, didn't read anything, folded laundry.
Bingo.
And Tina finished Irish Thoroughbred, 4 stars. It was better than I expected for Nora's first book.
I got that one on my shelf. I haven't read it yet. Maybe that'll be my Nora November book.
There you go. Yeah, I've heard good things about that one. I think even Mara from Books Like Whoa, I think liked that one.
It was a good one.
Thank you.
Melmac, are you enjoying Fatal Fudge Swirl? I liked that one. I thought it was really good.
She's on page 251 to 305. She is just plowing right on through there. Woohoo! Annie says got 61%, and they are doing Halloween hop. Cute. Tina says dinner is done. We're having frozen pizza.
I like it.
And Donna says started Scritch Scratch and really caught up in it. Promising to be really spooky fun. Yeah, I
love that it's based on a true event. That's my favorite part about that book.
This one is too, I think, because when I was searching at the end to see how many pages it was, the author has a note about some kind of train thing or something.
Oh, creepy.
I was like, oh, don't want to look at that part yet. I don't want to read what it's about yet. I want to read it. So I'm thinking that maybe it might be based on something too.
Cool.
And Melmac says, I'm going to start the Dragonheart Legacy trilogy next month for November. And Celeste says, hi, ladies. Hello. Oh, and speaking of, like, It Found Us, I think it would be really creepy on audio because there are some really creepy, like, when they're, like, the ghosties are saying things or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if it's on audiobook.
It is on audiobook, but I don't know. I can't justify spending a credit on something that's, like, 5 hours long.
Oh yeah.
If I can get it for free, then I will.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe wait and it comes on Libby or something.
Yeah.
And Amy says, I just finished Scritch Scratch by Lindsay Curry and I really enjoyed it. Cool. I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. Tina says, the same Melmac, I found it on Hold on Libby. And PK says, JD Robb, the first and the most is the most romancy of the lot. Mostly police procedural set in the 2060s. I was just so sketchy about what's his name? Rourke or whatever. I'm like, I know that he's not a bad guy, but in that first one, he was really sketchy. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I said it in some recent video, but like I feel like everybody I've ever known is like, when you talk about like the Nora leading man best character, it's always Rourke.
Yeah.
So I don't know on that one.
And Pat says, in the number 53 of JD Robb series, I'm listening to Libby on the Libby website. Yeah. And I've seen like another one's coming out next year. So Anita says, I'm going to say good night. We'll see you all soon. Keep safe, everyone. Same to you.
Hi, Anita.
Melmac says, Tina, cool. There are also a discussion on the Buddy Read Discord for Dragonheart Legacy. Book 1 this month, book 2 next month, and book 3 in December. But everyone can participate whenever. And they're saying night. And Donna says, Arizona celebrated Indigenous People Day today instead of Columbus Day. So I may also try 2 Women by Velma Wallace. Can't read it. A short book about that. Yeah, I'm not going to pronounce that either. Legend set in the Yukon River Valley of Alaska. Okay.
Nice. That's awesome.
Last Monday was very similar here in Canada because of the schools, those horrible, horrible schools. If you want some dark history of Canada, look that up. To what they did to the Native children. But yeah, it was Wear Orange, Every Child Matters, all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
And Christina said, so actually he wanted to read this book, and the last one he read to us, and we could not find the audio included anywhere. Okay.
Nice.
It's very sweet, Kay.
I'm picturing going, could you speed it up a bit?
Yeah.
Like, the audio. Like,
oh. It's like, do we have a little knob?
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I rewind?
Go back 15 seconds. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I didn't catch that. Rewind.
There you go.
And Nadine says, oh, but Rourke. That's the number one reason to read the Indes series. LOL. I don't like science fiction, but I really enjoy this series. I'm not finding it too science fiction-y.
Gotcha.
Melmac says, I didn't know there was a cover reveal for the Come Shell or High Water. I was waiting for it today.
I just happened to see it on Facebook on her post, but if you look up the book, like just as a search, it still shows no cover. I just happened to see it and I just screenshotted it because I thought it was cute.
And good night, Pat. She said good night, and everybody's saying good night. And Melmac says to Nadine that I agree about Rowan. Yeah, see, he was so sketchy in that first book. I just, we have to get past that, and I just haven't read any of the other books, and so I'm sure, you start to like him a little bit better afterwards. And Pat says, I love Peabody on the JD Robb series. Hi, Irina Reed says, hey, y'all, just popping in. Hi.
Hi, Raina.
And Nadine says, I'm sort of partial to Nadine first. Melmac says, Tiffany, yes, I'm enjoying Fatal Fudge Swirl a lot. I like this series. I hope there will be more. So many series end after 2 or 3 books.
Yeah, and she actually didn't. When I did her interview, she said she wasn't for sure whether they would give her a new contract or not. It depended on how 3 did. Mm-hmm. So I really hope so, because I enjoy that series a lot.
Well, you just jinxed it right there, Tiffany. You should have said how much you hated it, so then they would have kept it going forever.
It's terrible. Terrible. You hear me?
And you feel like it's just cozies, but I think it's a lot of things nowadays. I think publishers are so picky. If they can't get so much pre-order or they don't have enough, whatever, they're just cutting things off. Because when I've been trying to get ahead of the game, I've got like this whole giant list of like things coming out in 2024. Been looking at like series people, authors that I've read before. I'm trying to get ahead of the game. And there's this one series, it's the Logan Foster series by Sean Peters. It's a middle grade series. There's 2 books in that series, but I saw on his like little blog down there, somebody asked, I really like this series. Is there going to be a 3rd one? And he says, I have plenty of stories for Logan Foster, but I don't know if my publisher's going to say yes or no. So we might just get the 2 and everything. And it's like, well, bummer, because it is kind of a fun series.
But that's why that's why I can see why a lot of people are going to like non-traditional publishing, because like they can listen to their audience, they can call the shots a lot more with that type of thing.
Yeah, and I think it's become a lot easier, especially if you're already kind of cemented into the like world or whatever, that and you've got enough money to back your own self. You can get a really nice cover, you can, you know, get a really good editor, you can do all of that stuff without having to go through, you know, unlike somebody who, like, if I was to write a book and try to get it published, I don't have any money, so there would be no, like, how am I going to get a cover?
It wouldn't be as, as polished, if you will.
Yeah. And Melmac says, and I love one of the characters in Fatal Fudge Swirl is named Patricia Sargent.
That's funny.
And PK says, JD Rob Rourke is Remington Steele. If you recall the TV series, Pierce Bronson swoon. Maybe I need to read book one over again. Remington Steele, but I was not getting no Remington Steele from work.
I like Pierce Bronson.
I know, that's what I was like.
Bronson.
Okay, everybody who's read it, did you like the first book, like right out of the bat, or did I miss something?
I honestly, I haven't started it because I do feel hesitant toward this like futuristic sci-fi part of it. That's the thing that's held me back from getting started in it.
Yeah, but it seems like everybody says it's not too sci-fi.
Not too, yeah.
It was just weird because, I mean, they do have like advanced technologies and things like that, and it was kind of strange. But yeah, and I listened to it, and maybe I just wasn't paying good enough attention. But I just thought Rourke was sketchy, and that was it. That's all I can remember. And Melmac says, I read a lot lately because I am trying to fit all the October Halloween theme cozies. And yeah, you've only got this one shot.
Right. This is it.
Then you have to wait till next year. So yeah. Tina says, I just read book 3 in the In Death series, and I feel like Rourke is still kind of sketchy. It's like that morally gray character that you like, maybe. And Tina says, honestly, I only care about Eve. I love her. There you go. And Sonia says, I made spaghetti squash, spaghetti and meatballs was tasty. Yummy. I like spaghetti squash.
Me too.
And Jessica Lynn says, that sounds super yummy. Yeah. And Kay said, Sarah, I don't normally have to speed him up, but sometimes I do have to mess with the volume or the snooze button.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
I love that.
And Melmac said, Rourke being sketchy is part of his appeal. He has that whole mysterious, sexy power vibe going. Okay. And the Mother Goose says, good night, ladies. Thanks for brightening my difficult day. You are so welcome.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
Great
I
night.
hope you have a better day tomorrow.
Yes.
And Jessica Lynn says, I really love the Ice Cream Shot series too.
Ew.
And Tiffany says, don't get me wrong. I like Rourke with all his sketchiness, but I don't care because I'm in love with you now. So
There you go.
And Tina says, oh, my fictional crush list. She's second only to Klaus Michelson.
Funny.
I don't
And
know
is
who that
Klaus
is.
from Vampire Diaries?
Yeah, and the originals, yeah.
Okay. I thought the original, yeah. Jessica Lynn said, Mother Goose Library at night, and hope your day's better tomorrow. Yes. Donna says, there are 17 federally recognized tribes in Arizona with 20 reservations, 20 tribes members in the Arizona Intertribal Council DNA-wise. I am 14% indigenous to the U.S. Southwest and Northwest Mexico.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
My real grandfather on my mom's side was part Indian or Cherokee, I think, Native American, and Irish. So that's where I get my temper.
There's a mix.
Right.
And it's funny because, like, if I try to lighten my hair to like blonde, you can see it turns like a strawberry blonde for like the Irish kind of thing. And my brother has red streaks in his brown beard.
Mm.
Love that.
Cajun says, I don't think it's sci-fi. It's just set in the future with new tech, and I want the sideways elevator and the food thingy.
The food thingy.
The food
I don't
thing,
know.
keep that in mind for when I read them.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it's like now we'll be listening for the food thingy.
Right.
Nadine says, I like the Indes series right from book one. Rourke is like Remington Steele with Bruce Wayne money.
Bruce Wayne money.
And Amy says, I didn't really start loving the Indes series till book 3 or so. I love the mystery part of them most, but Eve and Rourke are yummy together. Gotcha. And PK said, Rourke is meant to be sketchy in the first book. She suspects him. Just think, though, it's 2023. The first book is set in 2058, not very far away.
Yeah, I looked, and the first book came out in 95. So, I mean, 95 to 58 makes that's forever away, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's like,
now it's like not so far away.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so that we've gotten to the end of the comments. Does anybody have anything cool coming out? Tiffany, do you have anything?
I did a short yesterday Sunday of Halloween, 5 Halloween recommendations. Thursday, I know I had to think about it. I was like, what
day is it?
On Thursday, I am chatting with Lori from Reading with Miss Lori Leaf. She is big on Bookstagram. She reads a ton of cozy. She's really sweet. She's in our Discord.
Awesome.
So because I did somebody from Facebook, so I'm doing her, and then I have somebody who I'm doing a blog kind of chat with, but they all do cozy mysteries. So I'm doing Lori on Thursday at 7 p.m. So I'm looking forward to that because she's really, really fun. She's a teacher, does a lot of really cool stuff on her Instagram posts.
Nice. I have an announcement video coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
I was going to ask you besides that if you had anything else coming out this week. I didn't know.
I have a vlog at the end of the week. I tried to make it more exciting. It's probably not, but whatever.
Well, it's like I put my reading vlog out the other day. I'm like, probably not very
interesting. But I liked you had the driving videos. Like I liked that because I was like, oh, I get to see like where you live and stuff like that. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
I was like, this is new show. What about you, Sarah? Do you got anything?
Nothing too terribly exciting. On Wednesday, I am doing reading and productivity sprints for sure.
Yay! Oh, sorry, Storm. I did think of something that I want to say. On Sunday before the live at 2, I'm interviewing Raquel V. Reyes. I'm so excited about that because I love her Caribbean Kitchen series. I think that series is really, really fun.
I was going to say, that's not a name I know, but whenever you say the Caribbean, I'm like, oh.
The Caribbean Kitchen, yeah. It's at 2 before the live at 5. So that's on Sunday.
I also just want to add for anybody that was waiting for me and Sarah to meet up, we decided because Sarah was sick, we decided to postpone that for right now. So that'll be at another time in the future.
Okay.
I honestly figured something with Mel Mac. No. Mel Mac, I love it.
I was bummed I don't get to see her either, but we will postpone it and we're going to do it again at a different time. So
yes.
I don't even know if she's still here. Love you.
You'll notice if there's an eye roll before I get
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the same announcement video coming tomorrow that like Lee has. And I think that's all that I can think of. Oh, I do have a weekend reading vlog because I did Spookopoly chooses my weekend reads.
Oh, nice.
And I come to a conclusion at the end of that.
That it's not for you?
I don't like structured reading.
Well, you did it once, and it's probably still a fun video because that sounds really cute.
Because it's like you have to read that one book, and I can only read that one book because I have to read that so that I can go back and get another prompt because I did one roll at a time or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So and I'm like, ooh, that was my conclusion at the end. I don't like structured reading.
This is not. I'm just seeing her trying to finish books desperately
Yes.
just to get to the next roll.
Yeah. Well, because it's like, oh, but I want to read this book. Oh no, I need to finish this book because so yeah. But yeah, I have that I need to get out. But okay, so we are at the end of the comments and everybody's saying good night. And so thanks for hanging out with me.
Well, Mac, I'm so happy you're with us. That's all.
Thanks for hanging out with us and everything.
Thank you,
And thanks,
guys.
ladies, for being here.
Thank
And
you.
we shall see you on Wednesday on Sarah's
Cheers,
channel.
channel.
Yes.
PK's tomorrow. PK's
Yes.
tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, PK's tomorrow. Yeah, she has readings. I always forget. Sorry, PK.
I know. There's so many that it's hard to
know.
remember everybody. PK tomorrow.
Mhm.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Storm.
Yeah,
Night,
thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.